Texas, where he addressed the Phillies. That's Dave Phillies. Here's Bob Uecker.
Thank you very much, Merle, and hello again, everybody. Yeah, I don't know how many remember Dave Phillies. Dave Phillies got a ranch down there in Paris, Texas. They raise little cigars. Dave Phillies started this project about 4 years ago. Well, they don't raise tobacco, they actually raise a little cigar. Most of the tobacco in your cigars come from the leaves, but Dave Phillips actually has a method of growing little cigars. These things are about 4 inches long, and you can't smoke them, you throw them. Right now from Arlington, Texas, our national anthem. Game. And as Merle told you, the Brewers have lost 6 in a row, and they've got to turn it around tonight. A win would be very big. Be off tomorrow and then open a big homestand. And with a win under their belts against the Kansas City Royals on Tuesday night. Coluccio in center field leading off. Yount, the shortstop, hitting second. Briggs in left field, hitting third. Scott at first base, batting cleanup. Money at third base, hitting fifth. Pete Garcia, second base, batting sixth. Potter will catch, hitting seventh. The DH, Charlie Moore, batting eighth. In right field, Rob Ellis, and he will bat ninth. Jim Colburn is on for Milwaukee tonight, looking for his third win against 3 losses. For Texas, Tovar will lead it off in center field. Nelson at second base, batting in the number 2 spot. Alex Johnson in left field tonight, hitting third. Burrows will play right field, batting cleanup. Mike Hargrove, the DH, hitting fifth. Jim Spencer at first base, batting sixth. Len Randall, the third baseman, hitting seventh. Toby Harrah at shortstop, hitting eighth. And Jim Sundberg will do the catching, batting in the number 9 spot. The umpires for tonight's ball game: Bill Kunkel behind the plate, Merle Anthony at third. Armando Rodriguez will call him at second, and Bill Haller will be at first base. Pitching tonight for the Texas Rangers, the young left-hander David Clyde, looking for his 4th win. He's won 3 and lost 2. Hard-throwing 19-year-old left-hander, and he is all set to go against Bobby Coluccio, leading off the top half of the first inning. And back with you once again to call the play-by-play action, here's Merle Harmon.
Thank you, Bob. Coluccio took a strike as he bluffed a button. It's 0-1, and we're underway in Arlington. Bobby checks into the game with a .228 average, 3 homers and 16 runs batted in. Clyde okays the sign. The left arm is back. In comes the pitch. There's a high fly ball to left center field, but not deep. Tovar coming in. Harrah going out. Johnson right behind Harrah, and Toby takes it for out number 1. Here's Robin Yount. Rob batting .244. He has 7 RBIs and 1 homer.
Batting second, the shortstop, number 19, Robin Yount.
It's a warm night in Texas again. Not quite as hot as it was last night, though. The temperature was about 90 degrees when we came into the ballpark. Last night it was 95 and 90 at game time. Clyde, the arm back, the pitch on the way, and a fastball is ripped in there for a called strike 1. Johnny Briggs is waiting to bat next. Joe Nossick coaching at third. Jim Walton at first for the Brewers. Clyde kicks. Here's the next pitch. Yount looks at the ball low. 1-1 the count. 400 feet to dead center field here at Arlington Stadium. 330 down each foul line to the pole and 370 to the power alleys. One out and nobody on. Jim Sundberg is behind the plate. Flashing the sign now. And the 1-1 offering. He is cut on a broken bat blooper to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And Yount is on as Tovar comes in for the pickup. The meat into the bat went all the way out to the shortstop. So Yount gets a base hit, and the Brewers have a runner with 1 out and Briggs coming to the plate. John is hitting .261 with 12 homers and 40 runs batted in. He's hit safely in the last 4 games. John's bat has come alive again. Over the last 4 contests, he's hit .375. One on, 1 out at the top of the first inning in Arlington. They play Briggs off the line in right. They bunch him in the outfield. Throw to first. Yount is back safely. Burrows is giving Briggs 90 feet to the right field foul line. Tovar is straight away in center, and Johnson is giving him 90 feet to the left field line. The stretch and the pitch on the way. High and inside a ball. So they're playing Briggs in the alleys. I tell you, he is capable of hitting the ball down either foul line with that much space to shoot at. Clyde off the stretch. Good lead by Yount. Here's the pitch. Briggs takes it high for a ball. It's 2-0. David Clyde, the sensational Texas youngster, the #1 draft in baseball a year ago. Signed on with the Rangers and has never been to the minor leagues, of course. He's a great favorite here in Texas, and he packed this ballpark for his first game. The stretch, the look at first. Here's the pitch to Briggs. A swing and a miss. 2-1.
David Clyde, Merle, this year has been having a lot of trouble with his breaking ball. He's got a good fastball, but he doesn't have the type of fastball where he can throw it consistently and get it by the batters. He's not really the overpowering type. His breaking ball is a good pitch for him, but he's been having trouble with it so far this season.
Clyde at the belt goes to first, and Yount is back. Spencer applying the tag. The second baseman is Dave Nelson, the shortstop Hara, the third baseman Randall. Alex Johnson of the lineup in left field tonight. Cesar Tovar in center and Jeff Burrows in right. Yount grabbing a lead against Clyde. The left-hander to the belt. And he goes to first, and Robin is back safely. I wonder how David Clyde feels now that he's 19 years old, knowing that the kid over at first base is younger than he is. Yount moving off to a lead. Clyde glances. Here's the pitch. Fastball, a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Briggs. George Scott is waiting to bat next. Clyde was born in Kansas City, Kansas, but he grew up in Fort Worth. He's an old married man now. The check at first base at Yount. Here's the pitch. Briggs hits a pop-up to the right of the plate. Coming down is the first baseman Spencer in foul territory, and he takes it. And there are 2 down. Here's Scott. George hitting at .295. 7 home runs and 32 runs batted in.
Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 5, George Scott.
So Scott at the plate. Boy, that RBI bat of George Scott cooled off. He was driving in runs regularly until the Oakland series in Oakland. There's a throw to first, and Yount is back safely. Since then, he has had 4 RBIs. He had 3 in a game against California in Milwaukee, and only 1 since then. So he's had 4 runs batted in this month. The Brewers need more RBIs out of the Boomer, and I'm sure they'll get them. But they'd like for him to do it tonight. Here's a drive deep to left. If it's fair, it is out of here. It's a foul ball. Way back into the seats. Well, Booms is out a little bit too quickly and hit that ball about 35 rows up. And listen to the crowd. Ooh, at that one.
Again, I go back to what I said before, Merle, about Clyde having problems with his breaking ball. That was an off-speed pitch that time to Scott. And when he was warming up, Martin was down there with him, Art Fowler, Charlie Silvero, the whole coaching staff, trying to get him to straighten out with his breaking ball.
There's a fastball, takes off, goes high and outside. 1-1 to Scott. His debut drew a crowd of 35,698 to Arlington last June 27th. The check at first at Robin Yount. In comes the pitch. Scott, check swing, foul, back into the stand. 1-2. This year, they had 4,000 standing for a ball game and drew 39,000 for a new record. The nation's #1 draft choice a year ago pitched against the Minnesota Twins in his opener. The check at first base. 1-2 to Scott. Strike 3 right down the middle of fastball. Scott is caught looking. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of a half inning, the score. The Brewers nothing. And the Rangers come to bat. Quarter. George Scott will be at first. Pete Garcia at second. Robin Yount at short. Don Money at third. John Briggs in left field. Bob Coluccio in center. And Rob Ellis is in right. Coburn, a 20-game winner last year. Coming off an injury, has looked sharp in 2 appearances. Cesar Tovar will lead off. Pepe hitting at .267, 19 runs batted in, and 1 homer. Coburn is after his 3rd win of the year. He winds and delivers to Tovar, outside, ball 1. Last year, Coburn beat the Rangers twice, lost once to them. Here's the next pitch. Strike over the outside corner at the knees. 1-1. Jim faced the Rangers on April 30th in Milwaukee. Went 6 2/3 innings, gave up 5 runs. But he wasn't a pitcher of record. The Rangers won that game finally 12-10. A 1-hopper is hit to third off the bat of Tovar. And Money makes an easy play out of it for the first out. Dave Nelson is next. The second baseman batting .276. He's homered twice, has driven in 18 runs. Davey Nelson. Looks like we've got probably a strong 18,000 in here tonight. First pitch to Nelson. Line drive at a right field to base hit. Rob Ellis makes the throw to second, and Nelson is on at first with a single. Now A.J. coming to the plate. Alex Johnson, the left fielder. He's batting .306. He's knocked in 27 runs, and he has 1 homer. The Rangers are 200,000 ahead of their attendance of last year for similar dates. Coburn works to Alex Johnson. A swing of the line drive, foul down the right field line off the railing. Strike 1. And the other games today, Detroit beat Kansas City 3-2. Lolich beat Dalcanton. Tigers scored a run in the 11th inning to win that one. Coburn all set again. A check at first base and a throw over there, and Johnson is back safely. Chicago beat Baltimore 9-1 today. Tony Muser hit his first home run of the year. Coburn throw to first, and the ball got away from Scott, but not far enough for an advance. I believe the ball hit Nelson in the right arm, and Scott partially blocked the ball. It rolled about 7 or 8 feet away. No balls, a strike is the count to Alex Johnson. Wilbur Wood won his 11th game today, and Palmer lost his 8th. Here's the stretch. Check at first. Nelson leading. In comes the pitch. Johnson swings and misses. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 on and 1 out, and no score in the last half of the first inning. Final game of the road trip. Let's come up with a winner tonight. Get ready for the Kansas City invasion Tuesday night for the doubleheader at County Stadium. Nelson edging, draws a throw. He's back. Count is 2 strikes to Alex Johnson. Frank Lucchese is coaching at third, and Jackie Moore at first. Here's the pitch. Johnson's a bouncing ball to short. Taken by Yount. He's going to go to second. It's a force out. That's all. He'll get the balls hit that sharply. 2-hopper hit to short, and Johnson becomes the base runner with the fielder's choice. Jeff Burroughs hitting .311 is next. 55 runs batted in. He has 13 homers. Boy, this kid's going to have some major league career. 22 years old. The Rangers, who had no 300 hitters for the last 2 years, have 7 of them right now. Here's the pitch to Burroughs. High and inside, ball 1. Burroughs hitting .311. Leo Cardenas, .327. Jim Fregosi, .306. Mike Hargrove, .359. Alex Johnson, .306. Coburn sets at the belt. In comes the pitch to Burroughs, the runner going. A swing and a foul, out of play, off to the right. Lenny Randall is hitting .319, and Jim Spencer .303. Boy, these guys can hit the ball. Their team batting average through last night's ball game is .284. Colburn ready, delivers to Burrows. Line drive into right field. Ellis going back to the track and makes a one-handed catch. Hey, what a play by Ellis in right field. The ball looked like somebody hit it again when it got out there. Rob made a one-handed catch as he was right near the wall for the third out. That ball was slicing and coming back over the head of Ellis, but he stayed with it. No runs, one hit, one left on. At the end of one inning, the score. The Brewers nothing, the Rangers nothing. Don Money leads off for the Brewers in the second inning against David Clyde. Here's the first pitch. It's low, ball one. Don has a 9-game hitting streak going. He's really been popping the ball. He's batting .294, has 6 home runs and 33 runs batted in. In comes the next pitch. Don belts one into left center field, but Cesar Tovar is right there and hauls it in. Out number one. By the way, Don has hit .378 over the last 9 games. Pete Garcia is next. He's hitting .246. 35 RBIs at 8 homers for Garcia. David Clyde all set to go, and Garcia stepped away, but now we're all ready again. Here's the first pitch to Garcia. Fastball down low, and it's 1-0. The first game that Clyde pitched against Minnesota, he was not the pitcher of record in it. They only let him go 5 innings. Garcia fouls one back at a play, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. In the 5 innings that he did work, he gave up, I recall, a home run. 1 hit. Yeah, it was 1 hit. A home run. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss to Garcia. Fastball, 1-2. Mike Adams hit a 2-run homer for the Twins. That was the only hit that he gave up. He walked 7 and struck out 8. He was the pitcher of record. He went 5 innings, wound up getting the victory 4-3. Bill Gugaleski came in to relieve and stopped Minnesota the rest of the way. There's a fastball, and the ball at the bat went sailing off to the right near the stand. 20 days after he graduated from Houston's Westchester High, he was pitching in the major leagues. Here's the windup in the pitch. Fastball hit high in the air to left center. Easy play for Tovar. It's not hit very deep. And Caesar takes it 2 gone. Here's Darrell Porter hitting at .274. Hit his 3rd home run last night. A tremendous shot into the seats in right field with a man on. He's knocked in 15 runs. The wind normally comes in from right field here at Arlington. Tonight it is coming in from left field. So the ball's hit into the air, high into the air, toward left and left center, and straightaway center will be held up. Well, you talk about a sensation of the box office. David Clyde pitched before 218,000 fans last year. Did he earn his money? Here's a ball high. 1 ball to no strikes. Left-hander kick. Here's the next pitch. Strike. Ball high, and it's 1-1. He had a high school record you wouldn't believe. Here's the next pitch. Porter cuts and misses. 1-2. Who his earned run average was 0.18.
Anybody beat him?
Yeah, he lost a couple of games. They should have signed the guys who got the base hit.
Should sign, right?
Yeah. Clyde kicks. Here's the next pitch to Porter. A swing and a drive into center field. Tovar is back. He's there waiting now. The wind stopping the ball. Caesar makes the easy catch. 1-2-3 for the Brewers in the second. And at the end of an inning and a half, the score. Milwaukee nothing, Texas nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're going into the bottom of the second inning, and Mike Hargrove, the DH, will lead off. Then Jim Spencer and Lenny Randall. Talking about David Clyde and his heroics in high school. That 0.18 earned run average. His senior year, he won 18 and lost none. He won his last 29 starts, and he had 24 shutouts. No wonder he got all that money. Okay, Jim Colburn working to Mike Hargrove. The DH hitting at .359. Here's the first pitch. Strike, called a fastball, belt high, and it's 0-1. Hargrove has hit 3 home runs and knocked in 17 runs. They play him to hit that ball toward left and left center. The next pitch is looped out into right field, short right, and it's going to drop for a base hit. A one-hopper fielded by Ellis The throw comes to second, and Hargrove has a single. It'll bring on Jim Spencer, batting .303. He's knocked in 12 runs, and he has 3 homers. No score in the last half of the second. Jim Colburn, back in the starting rotation. Sidelined for a month with a groin pull. The check at first base now, and the pitch to Spencer is high and inside for a ball. No game tomorrow. The Brewers will be on Tuesday night against the Kansas City Royals in a doubleheader at County Stadium starting at 6 o'clock, and it'll be ladies' night. So, gals, keep that night open now and bring your favorite guy to the ballpark. The check at first base. Colburn comes on with a pitch. Spencer, ground ball back to the mound, knocked down by Colburn. He's got only one play. If he can make it, throw to first. He got Spencer. Down to second goes Hargrove. Had Jim been able to field that ball cleanly, he would have had a sure double play. But the ball rolled to the back of the mound, and he was lucky to get the one man then. So Hargrove is on second, 1 out. The batter will be Randall. He's a switch hitter, and he'll bat left-handed against Colburn. Lenny batting .319, 15 RBIs, no homers. Remember, ladies, on ladies' night at County Stadium, you get $1.50 off at a Boxer Grandstand Reserve seat, which means you can enjoy a nice Grandstand Reserve seat in the upper deck or down in the right field moon deck, as we call it, the extension for only $1. Here's the pitch to Randall. Strike one over the inside corner. 0-1. I know a big turnout Tuesday night will really help these guys get rolling again. Let's get them rolling tonight, but keep them rolling Tuesday night at that doubleheader. Well, all they need to do now is just turn around and have another little streak going up and place it down. Here's a high curve for a ball, 1-1. They did it before, you know. They had a mild losing streak and came roaring back with a 5-game winning streak and really played great ball to vault to the top of the Eastern Division. Colburn stretches, delivers to Lenny Randall. He belts one foul down the right field side, hopping up over the bullpen into the stands, and it's 1-2. The Royals will be in 2 days, 3 games. Doubleheader Tuesday, 6 o'clock start, and a night game on Wednesday with a 7:30 start. Then Earl Weaver and the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore starting to make a little move now. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Randall. The Orioles got knocked off today, though, by the White Sox. Colburn throws to Randall, who lines one foul down the right field side, back into the stand. Detroit beat Kansas City 3-2 in 11 innings. Minnesota, behind Ray Corbin, shut out the Indians 3-0. That helps. But the Indians won the nightcap of the doubleheader 3-1. That didn't help. It's okay if the Brewers can win this one, though. Here's the pitch to Randall. High for a ball. Cleveland is in second place in the Eastern Division. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Lenny Randall. Got to get that ball down, Jim. Boston scored 6 runs in the 9th inning to beat the Angels 7-4. 3-2 to Randall. Porter sets the target for the payoff pitch. Mike Hargrove out at second, taking a short lead as Colburn checks him. Right arm back, payoff delivery is high, ball 4. Randall goes to first. And up comes Toby Harrah. Harrah with 3 homers and 26 RBIs, hitting at .269. The Yankees beat Oakland 5-3, and don't think the Rangers don't know about that. They're 1 game behind the Oakland A's. Dobson beat Hunter in that one. Colburn to the stretch with 1 out. The pitch to Harrah. Ball is outside with a breaking stop. Hargrove started the inning with a bloop single to right, then Spencer grounded out, and Randall has just walked. No score. Harrah waits. Here's the pitch. Strike. Down around the knees. He took a look. 1-1. Cincinnati beat Philadelphia 5-0 behind Ruthven, and Carroll took the loss. Pittsburgh edged San Francisco 4-3. Rooker won over Bradley. Colburn throws the 1-1 to Harrah, swinging a foul out of play. Back into the stand. Running on down the National League scores in case you missed them today. Los Angeles beat New York 7-1. Messersmith won his 7th. Seaver lost his 6th. Tom Seaver is 3-6. Colburn, a look at the runners. Pick-off play at second. Garcia cutting it behind Hargrove, but he gets back in time. Montreal beat San Diego in a wild one, 9-8. DeMola won it. Roma lost it. Colburn ready for the 1-2 to Hara. Here it is, and it's pop foul out of play off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. St. Louis slowed down Atlanta with 3 runs in the 9th inning, and they beat the Braves 6-3. McLaughlin won his 9th, the ex-Boston Red Sox pitcher. The stretch. 1-2 to Hara, and he takes one of the dirt. Nice stop by Porter. 2-2. Chicago won a 10-inning game from Houston, 2-1. Cedeno and Williams exchange homers. Colburn delivers. Hara hits a ground ball, deep short, cut off by Money. Throw to second, out, and runners are now at first and third. I want to tell you something. You talk about an automatic out. Now Garcia was not on the bag. I got to be honest with you. He had his foot a foot off the bag when he caught that ball. And the fan reaction will take the out, of course. But I don't get it. That's like a guy sliding into second on a steal, hitting the front of the bag with his foot, and because the ball is there first, it's out.
That's one of the things, Merle, everybody says it about a double play ball, too. I don't think 80% of the time the second baseman or shortstop is on the bag when they get the throw.
Here's Jim Sundberg. First pitch. Down low, ball 1. But, man, that's flagrant. That's like a guy taking a ball chest high or waist high, having a runner come into second base. Sure, he's got the ball when the guy's 2 strides away in a slide, and his foot hits the bag, and he's still out. Throw to first, back safely. Runners at first and third, but 2 down.
Take it.
Yeah, I said that first. You better believe we'll take it. Colburn at the belt, goes to first base, and Hara is back.
Take them jobbers all night long, won't you?
Oh, sure. But you know, they work in spring training about how to hit the bag when a guy's got the ball. Here's the next pitch. There's a drive in the left center field. Coluccio's got to hurry, but he's going to get there. Makes the catch in left center. That's all for the Rangers in the second. But they do. They work in spring training on how to, go away from the guy with the ball. And it's all down the drain. But here in the second, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on. The end of 2, the score. The Brewers nothing, the Rangers nothing. 2 innings now in Texas. Bob and I were at the funny farm today, in case you're wondering. At the end of 2 innings, there's no score. No runs, 1 hit for the Brewers. No runs, 2 hits for the Rangers. Next Friday night will be the annual beer night in Milwaukee at County Stadium, as we salute the great brewing industry in Milwaukee, and each adult fan, 18 or over, coming into the ballpark, will get a couple of free beers. A week from today is T-shirt day for the kids, and the kids 14 and under, coming in on a full paid admission, get a Brewers T-shirt. So, gang, be on hand now next Sunday as the Brewers take on Baltimore. Right now, we go to the top of the third, and Bob's going to take on Texas.
All right, Merle, thank you very much. Charlie Moore leads it off, and he takes the fastball strike on the inside corner from David Clyde. Moore hitting at .290, no home runs, 6 RBIs. We're scoreless in the third. The windup here's the pitch to Moore. Inside a fastball miss, count evens 1-1. David Clyde hasn't thrown that many breaking balls yet tonight. As we said earlier, he's had a little problem. Gone strictly fastball. Pitch to Moore. Fastball fouled, right side, back in the seats. A ball and 2 strikes to Moore, leading off the Brewer third. The Rangers have won the first 2 ball games in this 3-game set. The Brewers are trying to stop a 6-game losing streak. Moore waiting. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Low and inside a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Moore. 19-year-old David Clyde looking for his 4th win of the year. The windup and the 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 call. Moore looked at a fastball on the outside corner. David Clyde has got 2 fastballs that he throws, and he really puts emphasis on the running fastball that he'll throw to the right-handed batter. Watching him warm up in the bullpen, he throws that riding fastball. He throws 2 of them. One that'll break into a right-handed batter and one that goes away. And right there, he threw the one on the outside to Charlie Moore and got him on strikes. Rob Ellis, the right fielder. Low with a breaking ball. First strikeout of the ball game for David Clyde. The sign from Sundberg, here's the pitch to Ellis. Low with a fastball, 2-0. Coluccio will be next. 1 out, third inning, scoreless. David Clyde is ready, the arm back, 2-0 delivery. Ellis cuts and misses. 2-1. Tuesday night, 29th doubleheader against the Royals. A pair of left-handers for Milwaukee. Travers and Kevin Coble.
Center fielder, Bob Coluccio.
Now the center fielder, Bob Coluccio. 16 RBIs. Coluccio has homered 3 times, hitting at .228. He popped to the shortstop in the first inning. Bobby in the leadoff spot tonight. The windup from David Clyde in the pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 0-1. A tailing fastball. He started it inside and came back to nip the inside corner on Coluccio. 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Foul upstairs behind the Ranger dugout. 2 strikes to Coluccio. Paul Spidorf and Marty Patton are scheduled in that twilight doubleheader for Kansas City. Then on Wednesday, Clyde Wright against Steve Busby. The 2-strike pitch to Coluccio. High and outside a fastball. Got away from him. 1-2. The Brewers are off tomorrow. 1-2 delivery. Changeup hangs high. 2-2. The Brewers have hit the ball in this series against the Rangers, but they haven't been able to put them together with men on base. 2-2 delivery. Fouled upstairs. Count stays. Brewers were held at 2 runs in the opener. Rangers beat them by a score of 7-2. And then last night, Texas won it 5-2. Brewers had 9 hits last night. Pitch to Coluccio. Fouled again. Count stays 2-2. In the opener, the Brewers had 10 hits, managed only 2 runs. They left 8 in the opener, and in the ball game last night left 5. Two balls, 2 strikes to Coluccio, the pitch. Grounded foul, third base side. You know, we've talked about the batting slump that the Brewers are in, and they are really in a batting slump. You talk about 10 hits and 9 hits in a ball game. But as I said, they don't get them with men on base or men in scoring positions. A lot of the base hits in this series have come after 2 were out. And here in the ball game, David Clyde has strictly gone with a fastball. 2-2 pitch to Coluccio. Popped up right side. The second baseman, Dave Nelson, back on the grass. He's there and he's got it. 3 up and 3 down in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left. At the end of 2.5 innings of play, Milwaukee nothing, Texas nothing. Talking about some of the pregame activities the Rangers are having coming up next week. One of the contests is going to be dairy night here. Alex Johnson is going to try and stop a running bull coming at him from center field. And I'm taking Johnson. Now they got a lot of activities planned here in Texas. They got a big 14-game homestand. Cesar Tobar leading off. He looks at a breaking ball low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Cesar Tobar hitting at .267. Money threw him out in the first inning. The pitch from Colburn. He swings and grounds 1 foul outside third. Count evens at 1-1 to Tobar. 1 home run. He's knocked in 19. Texas is only a game out in the West, and the Oakland A's have lost today. The 1-1 pitch. Tobar looks upstairs, 2-1. The Rangers know that a victory tonight would put them in a tie for first place, and the Brewers know very well what a victory would mean to them. There's a curveball outside, 3-1. Colburn thought he had the outside corner. He's asking Kunkel now if the ball was high or if he called it a ball because it was outside. Kunkel says outside. 3-1 to Tobar. Money up close at third. Here's the pitch. Strike and a fastball. Colburn's run the count full now, 3-2 on Tovar. Tovar, Nelson, and Johnson here in the third inning for Texas. They play Tovar about straight away in the outfield. Here's the payoff pitch. He swings and chops one foul at the plate. Count stays 3-2. The Brewers have dropped one game below the 500 mark. Their longest losing streak of the season. They lost 6 in a row, one time last year. 3-2 delivery. Grounded, third base side. Money can't get it. Yount's got it deep in the hole. Throw! Safety beat it. The throw pulled George Scott off the bag. He tried to tag Tovar going by him. I don't know if Yount's throw would have been in time. It was high and to the home plate side of first base. They've scored a base hit for Tovar. Number 3 in the ballgame for Texas, and it brings up the second baseman, Dave Nelson. Here's the pitch. Nelson bluffed a bunt and took a strike in the outside corner. 0-1 to the Texas second baseman. Another nice crowd on hand here tonight. Last night they had over 34,000. 17,000 for the opener. Nelson waiting, right-handed batter. Tovar leads the pitch. Popped up first base side. Scott's not going to have a play. Ball back about 10 rows behind the Ranger dugout. 2 strikes to Nelson. Texas already has been outstanding attendance-wise. 451,923. Low and outside, backhanded by Porter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 199,619 ahead of last year. Tovar leads at first base. Colburn ready from the stretch to pitch. Pitch out and nothing is going. Well, they thought the hit run might be on and Porter pitched out. It's not a bad play. It's a good play, as a matter of fact. Gives an opposing manager something to think about. Time you see that pitcher call a pitch out, or the catcher a pitch out, even when runners at second base, to try to throw to second, throw to first base, and Tovar's back safely. And Porter is that kind of catcher. He'll call a pitch out with a runner at second or at third. Try for the pickoff play. 2-2 pitch, and now Nelson steps out. Back in, all set to go from the stretch. Tovar leads the pitch. Ground ball, back up the middle. Yount's got it. He's going to step on the bag, throw to first, double play. 6-3 double play. Robin Yount grabbed that ball near the bag at second. Tovar really hit the dirt about 3/4 of the way down because Yount came with an underhand throw. And he set Tovar down very early. That for the Brewers, their 48th double play of the year. 2 down now on the left fielder, Alex Johnson. Check swing foul, right field side, strike 1. Johnson hitting at 306. He hit into a fielder's choice in the first inning. 1 home run and he's knocked in 27. The sign from Porter from the windup, the 1-strike delivery. Drive left center field deep. Coluccio chasing back toward the wall. Gone out of here. Whoa! Alex Johnson just hit one out of here in deep center. Almost straight away center field. Boy, I'll tell you, this guy is strong, and we said it last night. I'd be willing to bet you that if Alex Johnson game in and game out really went for home run balls, he'd hit 25 to 30 a year. He's walking in the Ranger dugout. Nobody shakes hands with Alex Johnson or anything. I don't believe this guy. Hits a home run. He throws his helmet down in the dugout, walks and sits down. Nobody says nice going, nothing. Funny guy. Jeff Burrows looks at a curveball down low ball. Rangers have taken the lead 1-0. He's got to be one of the strangest guys in baseball. He came into the dugout. Nobody got up. Martin never looked around. Here's a liner at Yount. He's got it. Burrows lines to Robin Yount to end it here in the third. But the Rangers score a run on 2 hits. One of them a home run by Johnson, his second of the year. No errors and none left. At the end of 3 innings of play, Texas 1, Milwaukee nothing. Top half of the 4th inning. Rangers have taken a lead 1-0 on the home run by Alex Johnson. Boy, he really creamed one. Almost straight away center field. He hit that ball about 430 feet.
Please report to the press game.
Top of the order for Milwaukee. Rather, the number 2 man, Yount, then Briggs and Scott. Coluccio made the final out. He's the leadoff batter in the 3rd. Yount had a base hit. David Clyde delivers a strike to Robin Yount. Well, they've just announced in the press box here that home run by Alex Johnson is only the 2nd hit in that area. Frank Howard did it 3 years ago. Strike 2 on a breaking ball. Can't figure Alex Johnson out, I'll tell you. Boy, during batting practice, talks, happy-go-lucky guy, but once the game starts, he doesn't even talk to his own teammates. 2 strikes to Yount the pitch. Fastball is outside, 1-2. I don't believe I've ever seen that happen where a guy hits a home run and he comes in the dugout, nobody gets up, nobody turns and looks at him. Here's the 1-2 to Yount. Line drive, headed towards right field. Burrows going back. It's off the wall. He misplayed it. Here's Yount around second. He's going to go for 3. The cutoff, and there's no relay. Yount a standing triple. Jeff Burrows really misplayed that ball in right field. It was hit over his head. Yount hit that ball to the base of the wall in right field, but Burrows had a chance at it. He turned the wrong way twice before he finally got to the wall, and the ball bounced off the bottom of the wall and back toward the infield. Before Burrows could retrieve it and fire to the cutoff man, Dave Nelson, Yount was well around second. He's got a triple leading off the 4th inning. Tying runs at 3rd. Yount is 2 out of 2. Here's Briggs, low with a fastball, 1-0. Well, Yount continues to impress and to progress. Next pitch to Briggs. Strike, a bullet. Count evens 1-1 to Briggs. Robbins' base hit his first time was to center field. Now to Briggs, the 1-1. Line drive past Harrah to left field, a base hit, and the tying run is in. An RBI single by Briggs, his 41st of the year, and the Brewers have tied it here in the 4th.
First baseman George Scott.
Hit number 3 for Milwaukee, and now the first baseman, George Scott. David Clyde now from the stretch. Checks the runner at first, the pitch. Fouled upstairs and all the way out of here on the right side. 1 strike to Scott. He looked at a called strike his first time. George hitting at 295. The stretch by David Clyde and the pitch to Scott. Swings and fouls it back again, and he's had 2 good cuts. Scott looks like he's a little more aggressive tonight than he has been in the previous 2 games in the series. The only ball the Boomer has really hit hard was a line drive that he mashed through the box last night. He talked with George Scott. He's a little upset, too, about the fact that he really hasn't delivered the long ball. But it'll come. You can bet on it. 2 strikes to Scott. Briggs at first base, nobody out. The ball game is tied. Here's the pitch. High with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. George talks about the RBIs. He says he knows they'll come. Briggs leads the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Randall. Tough hop. He's got it. Throw to second. Relay in the dirt. Spencer got it. Boy, a nice play by Jim Spencer. And a fine play by Nelson at second because Briggs was really on him. A fine play all the way around. That ball took a bad hop on the third baseman, Len Randall. It hit him up around the chest area, but he hung on. Went to Nelson at second, and John really took a shot at the second baseman, Dave Nelson. His relay in the dirt was picked out by Spencer. And now Del Crandall is out there arguing with Phil Haller, the first base umpire. They're arguing that Spencer held the ball against his chest. He did not have possession. And behind the play, and Dell was asking Kunkel for an appeal for a call with the plate umpire. Bill Haller was behind the play at first base. He did not see really where Spencer had the ball. He had it against his chest. Well, Crandall's lost the argument.
He's 0 for 3 now.
He's 0 for 3 in this series. Bill Kunkel went out there and was talking with Bill Haller. Haller asked him, he said, Bill, did you see if he did trap the ball? And Bill said, no, I was looking over here on the other side. Now money. Swings and pops one right field side. Could be trouble. Burrows chasing this ball back in the seats. Kunkel, I don't believe Kunkel was watching the play either. The valve on his chest protector might have popped out, and he was trying to put it back in.
Do they go to the service station to get those things pumped up, or do they just do it themselves?
No, the rookie umpire blows those up every night. That would be Armando Rodriguez. We're only kidding. 1 strike to money the pitch. Low and inside, count evens 1-1. No, we're not. Money looks inside, 2-1, a fastball. That double play by Texas, their 64th of the year. 2 balls and a strike to money. The ball game is tied at 1. David Clyde, the 19-year-old left-hander, is ready. From the windup, the pitch to money. Popped up behind the plate. Jim Sundberg, the catcher, is going to have a play. He's there, and he's got it. 20 fouls to the catcher to end the 4th inning. But the Brewers tied the game on 2 hits. No errors, and the Brewers left none. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, Brewers 1, Texas 1. 4th inning. Hargrove, the designated hitter, will lead it off. He had a base hit to right field in the 2nd inning. 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. He's hitting at .359. The score was just posted on the scoreboard here in Arlington. New York beat Oakland by a score of 5-3. That's where the cheering came from. Here's a ground ball to Garcia at second. Nice hop for Pedro, and he throws out Hargrove. 1 away here in the 4th inning. Now the first baseman, Jim Spencer.
First baseman Jim Spencer.
Ball game is tied at 1. We're in the 4th inning. The Rangers about hit the Brewers 4-3. Colburn kicks and fires to Spencer. Low and inside a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. The windup, 1-0 delivery. Spencer looks inside a big breaking ball. Colburn took a little off that breaking pitch and he missed inside. 2-0 to the left-handed batting Jim Spencer. The Rangers acquired Spencer from the California Angels. 2-0 delivery. Line drive, fire ball down the line. Right field to the corner. Here's Ellis chasing the ball, gets flying. Spencer around second. Third base, sliding triple. So Jim Spencer responds to the crowd noise here. Fans here in Texas trying to get him going here in the 4th, and Spencer does it. A 1-out triple to the corner in right field. Ellis played that ball off the wall out there, the right field wall. The ball hit at the 330 mark, right down the line. Then the wall angled toward left field. That ball hit off the angle and got away from Ellis. Spencer slid at third, but he could have made it standing very easily. There was no relay from Robin Yount. Now with 1 out, the Rangers have the lead run at third base. Len Randall, he walked in the 2nd. He'll bat left-handed now against Colburn. Brewer infield is pulled up. They'll try and cut the run down at the plate. Randall waiting. Colburn from the stretch. The pitch is a fastball. Strike on the inside corner. 1 strike to the Texas third baseman. One strike delivery, looping fly ball, short center field. Yount chasing back. Robbins got it. Nice play by the kid. He had his back to the infield, chasing that short fly ball in center field. Spencer came halfway down the line. If Young couldn't have gotten to that ball, Spencer would have scored. That was the play. He would have never scored tagging. As soon as Young grabbed that ball, he turned ready to fire toward the plate. Big out for Colburn. 2 away in the fourth. Now the shortstop, Toby Hara, reached on a fielder's choice. Colburn trying to get out here in the fourth inning. First pitch to Hara, high with a breaking ball. Keep her down, Jimmy. Up around the letters with a slider. Hara at 269. The Texas shortstop. Deep in the box with a closed stance. He's waiting. Colburn the arm back in the pitch. Throw to third by Porter, almost dessert. Nice play by Money. Diving Spencer's back. Porter came out of there. It was a low breaking ball from Colburn. He grabbed it low off the outside corner and came out shooting to Money at third. Spencer diving. That ball was in the dirt. 2-0 to Hara. Darrell Porter sets the sign and the target. He's outside on the outside corner of the pitch. Missed out there, 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Hara. See if he's got the green light. He's checking with third base coach Frank Lucchese. Jim Spencer at third. He's the lead run. His triple, the 5th of the ball game for the Rangers. The pitch. Hara looks high and inside. Ball 4. That's the second walk given up by Jim Colburn.
Catcher Jim Sundberg.
Runners at first and third, and now the Texas catcher, Jim Sundberg. These Texas crowds are really charged. Boy, what a turnaround from last year and the year before. Never believe you'd have been in a traffic jam after a ball game here. Sundberg waiting the pitch. Ground ball, third base. Money, a big hop to Garcia at second. They get him. They get the force on Hara. And Colburn pitches out of it here in the fourth inning. No runs. On one hit, a triple by Spencer. No errors, and the Rangers left 2. At the end of 4 innings, Milwaukee won, Texas won. Before we start the 5th inning, let's take 10 seconds here for station identification. This is the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Network. Rob Euchre and Merle Harmon with you from Arlington, Texas. 4 inning totals. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors for Milwaukee. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for Texas. Top of the 5th, Garcia leading off. And here with the 5th is Merle.
Thank you, Bob. First pitch is fouled off the mask of Sundberg, and that really jarred him. And the plate umpire, Bill Kunkel, held him up there. No balls and a strike. Boy, we better win this game.
Yeah, we got to win. Well,
oh, yeah.
I tell you, they're keyed up tonight, Merle. They talked
they
about
really
it.
are. No batting practice tonight.
We didn't have any broadcast practice either.
Here's the next pitch to Garcia. It's a ground ball to deep short. Fielded by here. There goes a throw to first. Garcia is out by a half step, and Pete really made a contest out of it. And that's why they're charged up. Garcia went down that line like a bullet, trying to beat that throw by Hara, but he just barely missed. 1 out. Here's Darrell Porter. Del Crandall tried to take some of the pressure off tonight. He put up a wacky lineup card with all the nicknames of the guys, and you may have heard him say on the pregame show, they've even come up with some new nicknames. And he said, you got to be loose and relaxed to play this game, and he admitted that he really needed to do something like this. Here's the first pitch to Porter. It's a strike at the knees and a 0-1. He said maybe a couple of nights ago that after they had lost, he came into the dugout and everything, or rather the clubhouse, everything was a little too tense. And so he wanted to try to relax everybody. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low for a ball, and we'll take it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like a pretty good pitch. So Bob and I tried to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Porter. Low for a ball, 2-1. Well, really, though, it's a fun game, and it's not fun when you're losing, but boy, if you can get back on the right track, and they will, don't worry about it. This is a good ball club. They can do a lot of things. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball 3, it's outside. 3-1 to Porter. So when you come to the ballpark Tuesday night, bring all the noisemakers and the banners and whatever you can think of. Let's really make a party out of it for the doubleheader and get them rolling. There's a high fly ball to right field, not deep enough to do any damage. Going back Here's the second baseman, Nelson, coming up is Burroughs, and he takes it for the out, 2 down. Next is Charlie Moore, who struck out in the third inning. But that's all it's going to take, really, just a little spurt, because this team does have tremendous ability. And sometimes we've talked about this before. You have a winning streak, and you can't even explain why you have a winning streak. You have a losing streak, you can't explain why you're having a losing streak. Here's the windup. First pitch to Moore. Down low, ball 1.
You know, Merle, I was talking before about, you know, the slump that the club is really in. They're getting the hits, but, you know, not at the right time, or 2 out base hits. And when you look at a guy like David Clyde here tonight who's doing it with 90% fastballs.
There's a pop-up on the infield near the mound. It's going to be Toby Harrah. He's under it. He's got it. 1, 2, 3. Hey, we're going to wait till next inning, I guess.
Well, you would talk to anybody here, and I've talked to, well, some of the scouts and the people connected with Texas here, and they say David Clyde is not the kind of pitcher that can do it strictly with a fastball. He's got to do it with a breaking ball, but if you get against a club that's really not hitting that well, he can do it.
Okay, at the end of 4.5 innings now, the score, the Brewers won and the Rangers won. The order is up for Texas. In the last half of the 5th inning, Cesar Tovar, the center fielder, who's 1 out of 2, will bat first, and Nelson and Johnson. Jim Colburn to the windup. In comes the pitch. Curve, and he got it over to call strike 1. No balls to the strike. Doubleheader Tuesday night at County Stadium, starting at 6 o'clock. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a shot on the ground to left field, a base hit between third and short. Tovar is aboard as Briggs throws to second. So Tovar is 2 out of 3. This guy's had quite a series. He's also ageless. He's in his 30s, but he won't tell you how far. He was 2 out of 3 last night. He was 3 out of 5 the first night. He's had 7 hits in the series now, and the batter is Dave Nelson, who has singled and hit into a double play. The stretch by Colburn. Here's the pitch, the runner going. Swinging a foul ball to the left. Strike 1. So Billy Martin starting Tovar from first with a pitch. Signs going to the plate now by Frank Lucchese as he relays the signs from Billy over the first base dugout. Scott plays the inside of the bag to the runner at first. Money up close at third. Score tied 1-1 in the last half of the 5th inning. Colburn stretches. Here's the next pitch. He squared the butt and he fouled it back. Out of snowballs and 2 strikes to Nelson. Well, we're really anxious, needless to say, really anxious to get home and get that tremendous Milwaukee and Wisconsin enthusiasm behind these kids again. You're going to see the rookie left-handers pitching Tuesday night, Kevin Coble and Bill Travers against Kansas City. The check at first, throw over there, Tovar is back. Marty Patton, the ex-Brewer, will pitch one of the games, and Paul Splittorff the other for the Royals. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the check by Colburn. The arm back of the pitch on the way, and he swung and missed on a bad pitch, low and outside. Nelson was trying to hold up, and he couldn't do it. Here's A.J., who hit one into the center field seat. Getting a nice hand. That probably makes him mad, you know it, when he gets a big hand, he doesn't like it. Hits a home run, nobody shakes hands, nobody says anything in the dugout, nobody gets up. That's the way he wants it, I guess. Alex Johnson hit his 2nd home run of the year his last time up. It's a line drive to Money. He's got it. Oh, he couldn't get the ball out of the glove to throw to first. The ball lodged in the webbing of the glove, and Don couldn't get it out. Tovar sped back to first. There are 2 down. Now Jeff Burroughs, who is hitless in 2 trips, has flied to right and lined out. Jeff Burroughs is the batter. Tovar on first, 2 down. Let's see if they send him. The stretch by Colburn. And the throw over there, and hey, the throw got away, going down the right field line. Tovar may try for third. No, he's going to hold now. Garcia retrieves the ball down the line and guns it back into the infield. Colburn threw the ball by George Scott, and Jim is charged with a throwing error. So Tovar got down there on the miscue. Score tied 1-1. Texas has out-hit the Brewers 6-3. Bill Kunkel is going out to the mound to talk to Colburn. He wants to look at the ball. Bill is, man, look at him. He's counting the stitches. They're all there. Ball's all right. So here we go. Jeff Burroughs power hitting right-handed batter. Tovar on second. Colburn going into the stretch. Down comes the pitch to Burrows. Strike one, a fastball to the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Well, I'm going to revise my estimate on this crowd. I'm going to go 20,000 plus, maybe 23,000. The check of the runner at second. Colburn delivers to Burrows. Strike two. Same pitch, same spot. 0-2. Burrows did not get what he was looking for. So the guessing game continues. Alex Johnson hammered a home run in the third, and the Brewers tied the game quickly in the fourth on Yount's triple and Briggs' single. Colburn sets, throws to Burrows. Jeff hits a fly ball to right center. Should be easy for Coluccio. It is. Bobby grabs it for the out, and down go the Rangers in the fifth inning. No runs, one hit, one error, and one left on. At the end of five, it's still the Brewers won and the Rangers won.
Sometimes you can really let a good thing fool you, like the mild and meaty flavor of Oscar Mayer pork sausage for breakfast. That sizzling good taste is so good to wake up to in the morning, you might forget you can enjoy Oscar Mayer pork sausage all day. Maybe simmered in beer, or with a slab of your favorite cheese melted on top, or cooked over the grill to really wake up a lazy summer day and make you the hero of the backyard barbecue. And Oscar Mayer brings